And second video for the day, just wanted to dispel some myths with diesel heaters. This is not a diesel heater. I've seen some recently where people have said, do I need to put a CO2 or a carbon monoxide detector in my van because I'm running a diesel heater? The answer is no. You can, but it won't be because of the diesel heater. So diesel heaters don't run like old gas heaters used to. Old gas heaters they heat that element at the front, gets red hot, the gas flowing up through that element gets really hot, burns, and that actually produces carbon monoxide, same as your cooktops will. Back in the olden days, some of you are probably as guilty as I am of waking up in the morning, going, van's really cold, and not having a diesel heater back then, we used to turn the cooktops on and just warm the van up using the cooktop gas flame. Well, that actually creates carbon monoxide, which is poisonous and dangerous. The diesel heater runs differently. So for example, if this is my diesel heater, I have my vents coming, my fuel popping out the bottom, my fuel line. So the fuel comes in. This is the combustion chamber. As an example, fuel line comes into the bottom, wiring runs out from the pump, and there's a big line that runs out of the bottom of this here and another one here. One is the intake air for the combustion chamber, which is completely sealed, just like this is, and one is the exhaust. So all the combustion of the diesel takes place in this chamber. Lots of stuff happening in there. And so it's drawing its air in for its combustion, it's getting its diesel in for the burn, and it's venting its exhaust all out through the bottom and all going outside of the van. The heat comes from very much the same as a wood heater does. When you turn it on, you turn the fan on and everything's hot. When you turn that fan on, it's not pumping flames out the front. It is literally blowing air over the hot box where your wood is burning, and the air gets warmed up by passing over that hot chamber. And that's the same with these. I'll turn it this way. Say my fan's mounted here. I would then have this little canister burning away, drawing air in, spitting diesel or spitting exhaust gases out, all happening outside. You'll get a little bit of a diesel smell to start off with. It gets hot, the fan's pumping away, but it's actually all contained within the box that goes around all of this. The fan will draw air in, it pushes it over this metal combustion chamber and then out the other end, which is your vent. So there's no actual gas changing place here. It is literally being done by cold air being passed over something hot, warms it up as it passes it over, spits it out. This gets really hot because it's obviously it's an internal combustion type thing, so it's burning hot, getting hot diesel, gets really hot. The hotter this gets, the hotter your air gets, and you end up with warm air coming out. Not like a gas heater where you're exposing the gas flame, and the gas flame and the process of the gas burning creates carbon monoxide. It is very different. It's all sealed and contained within this canister, not this, but this canister, warm air or cold air just being blown over a hot metal tube and spat out the other end, a little bit warmer than it was when it came in. The process of it being drawn from inside the cabin means that as the air warms up in your cabin, the air being drawn in gets a little bit warmer, which means the heating becomes more efficient because it's not just heating stock cold air all the time. It's warmer air coming in, so it has to do less work. So therefore, warmer air, less to heat, so it gets a little bit hotter, and that's how things get hotter and hotter. If you were to vent or to draw your intake air straight from outside, this would never run as efficiently as it could because it's constantly just drawing cold air from outside and never getting the ability to warm the air up, because the air going into the cabin is not the air that it's heating up. I hope that makes sense. But the warmer the air in the cabin, the warmer the air is as it's going to come out the other end of the vents, which is why you draw air from inside the cabin, spit it over the top here, spit it back out into the cabin. It just creates this nice little loop and eventually warms up your caravan. No carbon monoxide. There's not the need for a carbon monoxide detector. Perfectly safe to have one. Great idea to have one, but you don't need one because of these, if that makes sense. Hope that helps. Some people who have got the question, do you need a carbon monoxide filter for your diesel heater? No.